Yes, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode, another amazing story. Welcome back to my podcast. I want to say something. I want to speak about something. I want to podcast something right now and right here. You saw the video title. How do you know this person is a South African? How do you know? How do you identify that this guy, this girl, this boy, this man, this woman, this lady is a South African? These are people. This is a set of people, a group of people from the country Republic of South Africa. This is where they come from. This is where they're based. So in case you don't know who is a South African, I'm telling you now, a South African is a person, a naturally born within the borders of South Africa, a country, a nation by the name South Africa. So these are called, these are named South Africans, naturally born within the borders of a country, Republic of South Africa. Right? How do you know this one is a South African? This is going to be my first point, or this is how I'm going to address it. The background is this, or the preamble is this. I was there in that country for 15 years. 15 good years I was there in that country, in South Africa. I spoke to a lot of them. I socialized. I interacted with a lot of them. And I can tell you something from my experience when I was there in that country, South Africa, for 15 good years. First point, number one, and this is what I'm going to say. A South African will give you a vibe, and that vibe will tell you that do you know that I'm a South African? A South African will give you a certain kind of pride, a vibe, a good noise, or a good commotion. He or she, they'll create an environment within you, within your presence, to tell you that, do you know that I'm a South African? Without you asking them, are you a South African? They know how to create an environment, a good ambience, a good noise, a good vibe within your presence, within your surrounding, to tell you that I'm a South African. Or do you know that I'm a South African? I don't know how they do it. Is it something that is natural to them or what? I don't understand. Even right now, I can't explain it very well. But they'll do something within your presence when you're talking to them, when you're chatting with them, wherever you meet them, anywhere in the world. They've a way to create an environment to tell you I'm a South African. They've a vibe that they create. They give you a vibe to tell you I'm a South African. I'm from South Africa. Do you know I'm a South African? They have this pride in them. A man, a woman, boy or girl, as long as South African, they have a vibe, a pride. They create an environment. They create a good noise around your presence, around you, to tell you, to indicate to you that you know that. Do you know that I'm a South African? Do you understand that I'm a South African? I'm coming from South Africa. I'm a South African citizen. So this is my first point that I saw. Of course, you can ask them later on, just to confirm, just to confirm your earlier thoughts. But there's a way, they've an aura, they have a vibe, an environment that they create. There's a nature that they have to tell you, to give you a hint that, I'm a South African. I'm a South African citizen. I was born in South Africa. I come from South Africa. This is what they do. This is how they behave. This is how they act as South Africans. Point number two, check the language. You can check the language as a way to know, are they South Africans or they're not South Africans? Is he or she a South African or he or she is not a South African? Check the language, the human language that they are speaking, that they are using to communicate with one another, when they're talking to each other, when they're talking to whatsoever, within their environment, within their surroundings. Check the language that they're using. Point number three, look at the skin color, skin complexion. From my experience, most of South Africans, they're light in complexion, very fair, very light. Of course, the others who have dark skin, who are dark skinned, Yeah, from KwaZulu-Natal province. KwaZulu-Natal province, the Zulu people. But a huge number of South Africans, a huge percentage of them, they are fair, in color, very fair, very light in complexion. So the skin color can give you a hint, a clue. Are they South Africans or they're not South Africans? He or she is South African or he or she is not a South African. The skin color, skin complexion, how they look physically, how they appear physically. The skin can give you a hint. Most of them, they're very light. They are very fair in complexion. So this is how you can know. This is how you can come to decipher, to deduce, to identify, to categorize, to classify, and brand someone or label somebody as a South African or not. Then my last point, number 4, in terms of culture, they have a cultural dressing according to their tribes, according to their cultural demarcations. The Zulu, Xhosa, Ndebele, Sotho, Sepedi, Venda, Swati, Xitsonga, something of that nature. So according to tribes, according to their cultural demarcations, cultural lines, they've a unique dressing style. The Zulu, they dress in their own way. Is it closer people? Is it closer people? They dress in their own way. Sotho people in their own way. Venda people in their own way. Pedi people in their own way. Xitsonga people in their own way. Sesotho in their own way. Venda people in their own way. So this is how you can know again in terms of dressing when it comes down to culture. When you bring the issue of culture on the table, in terms of cultural dressing styles, each tribe, each culture has got their own unique style of dressing. So if you are there in South Africa, you can use this as a parameter to know, to identify. Or if you see the photos, if you see the videos on YouTube, social media platforms, you can identify from the videos that, this one may be Sotho, this one may be Zulu, this one may be Pedi, this one may be Venda, this one may be Swati, through the video clips. So in summary, how do you know a South African? A South African man, a guy, a girl from South Africa, born in South Africa as a South African citizen. Number 1, like I said, they give you a vibe. They create an environment. They have a certain pride that they carry within themselves that will tell you, that pride, that vibe will tell you on its own that, do you know I'm a South African? Don't you know that I'm a South African? So that vibe will give you a communication, a signal. That pride will give you a signal. That environment, that ambience that they create within your environment, within your presence, when you're talking to them, when you're in conversation with them, it will tell you that, I'm a South African, don't you know? Number 2, check on the language. Number 3, check on the skin color, skin complexion. Most of them, they are fair in complexion. They are very light in complexion. They are not dark, except for the Zulu people. According to my experience, what I saw, what I observed. Point number 4, check on the dressing according to tribes, according to cultures. You can have an idea that this one is a South African. Maybe it's Xhosa or Zulu or Pedi or Venda or Sotho or Swati or Tsonga. You understand? Or maybe Afrikaans, or maybe just a white person, a white South African in South Africa. So this is what I can say basically or general about South Africans, how you can know that this one is South African. South African man, South African woman, South African guy or girl. I'm done talking. Peace.